Right, this is Sky Power Radio and TV Services Studios, West Yorkshire, Late Stansell Mount. Welcome all on board our weekly civic education program coming your way from Studios, West Yorkshire, Leeds. Today, Saturday, 24th of May, 2025 at 17:28. Mustafa Janneh is my name at the city. Assalamu alaikum badinguluk al kontong mobe dawda anibe wato wachito konton ro kolas nal bismillah na program min kasudo jang lokun ni yantembenti da civic education program al badi malo Mustafa Janneh min besirin program o kunna yintemeng Okay, deglu kati yonalino yo feature Sky Power Radio and TV Services is in bunti program civic education program by ko feature Rajabi and accent Harit Mustafa Janneh nekal len si bunti jawji comme nuñ ko baaxoo di def rek comme lokun ka Kenya menka Alfonso don fe mi alon ko kacha ko jibe mi alon ko bola discourse la the topic title be lafta min jibe la wala review of the Janneh Commission. Right, bide nga del so don fe ñin tembe be do ko ñol be konton na de to keto dol binale ngale binale en taramba programme ko no kadi mamoy mba konton na sol jang be de tereng ala ka be join la bisnik la pour ay join because kacha ñin ko mata bake Asis fanam be derim bar ngamara fanam batra puka join alaji be kontona be dawda ngalon sa futo ketala nyin tembeng rodin kumbo nyama ndey sebula inin lamarla nin jibela la ñok kontong ni obreje sina dum kacha konkor ini barande welcome board thanks
ko Mustafa barka bake be lamoira albe kontona men melialon ko ika bulan no mai kam follow be kontona ka foy ko ala barka bake be Lamin Sadam fanan kontona vamata moylale mba kontona bake ateven ka kol ke mole audio to a barka bake Suleiman Jeng fanan ala be blobe mutarin demanding bari ngalang afanan be dunna ne Aziz ngalon ko ala blobe mutarin ne alaji bar fanan blobe mutarin ne ngalon ko bamba fanan blobe mutarin ngala bebe fintilana ne katu bankobe nyama be durin ne bankobe manerin ne banku dingol be jakari len kol bebe manering so ngalong ku jama bije be men kachano la bi ka kol jube bi nak man gesso to bari lafta silale ka kol jube because kol siatale fo nga bondi nyam kono be Mustafa fanan ko ka fa barka bake wati hani be biziring hani schedule be biziring hana be tiring dol be sitara biziring be bori ngola but Mustafa is always there nyine mu banku dokoti nyine mu mo yalan ko banko e ka fu ñaare ñor ndemalo man
ko kanu ha banko
ko moy banko kanu ha so ñine aka ñine yitande hanni be biziring hani panelizo belem ikita ñaawu ña sa tra jang ya make sure ko kole ke nga burina nga kol kacha nga ñoo hakilindi nga hakilo di ñoy dal because wo important baake sa ko saying banko be ñaamen ni me hakitu ñaale kama honestly ni me hakitu ñaaka male so na wo therapy need le wo therapy be sila be na banku kol fola dami ala barka Mustafa barka bake
en baraba ke nde akumata because bitilo ni ajibe de to keta nyawnya dum programme le de mi alon ko sain dara le fo alota le molia kalamta le akake mol dal mol budaka mutam fejang comme ya fanya sadam ni modul mo woni nyon jamal min yale kataram fejam bin na kacha ko lafta nga min jibe banko e minasula banko dingol la jero mo minti because nin dara fo banko dingol kasi e ka kunyi nga komi yalon ko itole amera ko amantara telending komi yalon ko nungole ba ko kono like komi ba ko Janneh Commission ala nafa wala review la because Janneh Commission ala ko min kata je ayatinale banko dingol man sino e man ten kunno wulde ko banko la kole ye sula kato min keta Janneh commission ngamena sa mo jamal ya lonne wafuro keta nyaadile mine keta wafuta jamal ya ku jamal le keta and then todol fota todol mamfo listo do funti da do mam funti malum mine be sakri nyin ko be kono bari banku dingole ko ku nyininka mamela wonyanta kala ko mere ngoto mi ya lonko ayanda jabiro nyanda funti la katum ko nyin ketale fa banda fo e tol be listo be de but saying fone manipulation mandaraje wala nen tapale ya mandaraje wala nen kuriya mandara ko koma mona na birim banku dingole ya nyininka iko foi sa commission dolo ka wo fana na ko jibe ani wo sifal de nyin ko dal malo mine ba ko kono but Janneh commission ila thoughts ila kono to dia ila jero
Mustafa abarka bake Mustafa yalo meng importa da jamfang pour molia understand ntol fango ntol gambe dingol fango nyanta nata dunale ka jube mune mu Janneh commission fango mune ma ala mandate ye nyin landi mune la because kabrin mol nata 2016 masakunda falinta ya jele ko tinyar baketele because ya jame amam mol fadamma amam mol rape damma amam mol tajarante ya damma bari ay kodol le sunya ay fengol sunya fengol me yalan ko banku dingol le tamu ay wol beta ay aka fantati inata wol bele disco wo beta batale fang ko inata ko okay nyine ke da bari ndi tano dro nga nyapi ya jame kan ngala fengol ta abulu nyanta menkela wole muko nga commissioner landi commissioner wole mo nga grupo landi me ko luale o sindi pour ay kiskisiro ke kaje tonya ndol ka fele ko yaje me nyine sunya foto nyalem fa ya sunya le fa wala na nyi Janneh commission nata pour ka kol kisikisi andu nyin nata le constitution o fangole o sembo fango di nyilla so amanke ko semben tangole muyti hani sembo ye wole dila andum wo sembo kono ye mandeto dila mandeto wole muko tamarndi nya bulo nin sinna mandi ka ko ninti wo tane no ye tamarndi nya bulo le dila anyata tamala nyamen anyata kol kala nyamen anyata kala nyamen andu ila tamarndi nya bulo fanan men keta wole muko inyanta investigate ka yaya jamela kodi kol kisikisi financial dealings le kodi kuzu ka kisikisi wolem womu kilineti fanna kilineti ila tamanya bluto then also ila tamanya bludo fanan wolemu ko fanan ka kol kaje ko ni e kisikisi ye trace malo mandika ko waaw ñu gis len dal mbabe jakase la say ñu gis len ya trace ya fine ya je ya fengol je ni ya je ya identify ko okay ñinem fengol te fa preta nka moy la mi je da boka foko preserve you know for another dali ala wo do preserve because one of ila made wala mo ni ya je fana ya preserve ya ñing access so preserve mu ne wo yef ñim fengol preserve ye fo mabole Mustafa ka fo angale kan manika ko ni ya preserve ya mabo ere ñu tek ko bena place amé ko dal preserve ko denc ko ñin fana muy la mandeto le anu fana mandeto ko no itamar ni nyabulo fana ko de ko ye na recommendation oke wala mu ye masakunda yamarni katu ne kiskisiro ke ye ñim fengol fana jube ye beje ye be landi dula killing ye na masakunda yamari anyanta kala nyame ñim fana le fapreta menkeda Janneh commission because ngaje diamu jama be keri mu ba fa ko ye sembo soto le ye man sembo soto bari tol manke luwati bari ite la power ila sembo it's like high court ngaji Lamin J Dabo be wo fanan explain la it's like high court ye sembo soto le ko high court o ye sembo men soto wala na ye fengol sis no mol ya jamele fengol tano ay mel sunya ye wol nati so ñi ko le andum ku labang abe ni ñi fengol be ni ya jamele ko di kol be kisi ya la fengol be kisi ay fengol membe sunya ay membe tapale ya be kisi il faut eta ya be landi dula killing ikana ye nanak ye fenko ye mansa kunda ya marni menyata kala membe la banta wala mu ye reporto dadi wo reporto mbe ya jele mansa kunda ye natalol be ketale mansa kunda ye Janneh commission data president no ya ay reporto dila o ripoto wala mi la doko be ni doko ke dulal be lem fang hani te be damen doko la nga ripoto sa fele ning pareta nga mem be doku sango sang ripoto nga wala ke man sakunda e ko dol men din tolla pour nga doko ke sango sang December ndeka o be report le ka foko nyine kata nga anyine agri kon nyanta nyine kala nga nyine ke mammen keno nga fole nyinde ma keno because nyin masakuna ba kisi a jube fo ntol kamen fo tonyalem ma keno because of nyin natara tonyale wo natara manke tonyati ibaje la ko ibe ntol fanan kumandile den fongata ibe kol kisi la kendek so Musafa ngalafta men fola kabring man sakunda e nyin reporto di sayin tol nata jele ko kumol be fatakane because ngamira Ismail iko honorable Mr iko Ismail Cisse ya fole ko nyin man reporto submit or exhibitor man submit or full reporter man submit nga jele batambe ba fala ko ye reporto submit bari ndi lafta men fola nyin is serious ko banku dingol ye million le dundi nyin commissioner kodo ya jamele na fengol men sunya masakunda ya betale ibulu katu ye wala foni jana commissioner report yo anon de lafta ko kile fala molye mol men be diam la ha to nya ku jamale kete jana commission diam jamale be kera ronku jamale ka bari doku kende baleke nyanta wo accept ye doku kende baleke pour ka nyin commission landi ka kisi roke foye reporto nati implementation ka malo mandinga ke ba folo nyame implementation malo ba folo nyame
yes ka implement
implement problem o keta jeli intelligent problem o keta jeli bari la doko fo reporto be ya bekel bari ninto sita fo man sakunda ye reporto ta ye natalo ke ko jane commission ye reporto dinnale masakunda ma fo gambe dingole de malon fo moya moyle katu nte mamoy masakunda ma fo ntole ko jane commission ye reporto natile bari atuta nying because den natara wolem mba fola ko ikafo nyaadi fan masakunda ye reporto man pare iba fola ko ye reporto sanne interim report interim report lem nyinti den tol fana mbalo nako ni mambang folo interim report wala muko ika reporto kile bari ima reporto man bang folo bari nyine mu reporto ti folo ye menati bur dorong mol yalo membe keri man sakunda ma fode iko jana commission ye reporto banne mengena grauta je an mengena me yalon ko tapalle ya kole woti fanan ko man sakunda ye reporto tale faye white paper bondije ni masakunda ye reporto ta faye white paper bondije that means ko masakunda ye reporto accept as it is and masakunda ya acknowledge ko ni reporto correctly masakunda ya acknowledge ko do ko keta nyamale because wala tina white paper ka finti because white paper te finti nola nin do ko masakunda ma acknowledge aya accept ko ni le do ko kele abantale so bi ninto sita masakunda kana fa ko reporto be man bondi exhibitor be man di woto ni masakunda mo criminal loleti ndela to wala criminal olemu ni masakunda man respect soto banku dingol la iman respect soto na kodol to ni masakunda man kia fenti masakunda me jana commission reporto ta ya muta buloto anatalta president baro lota iko apareta ye white paper bondi wokono ye nasi kote ke bi be sila kilimba fola ya be sotole do ba fola de lafta fola gambien kole nyemu ne itandi tolla kontol ngama sakunda sotole me alonko incompetenta ibe sirim palasol mento ima amanke la plasti ima amanke la sidulati sorry ngoto na nyimbondi bang sorry na WhatsApp ole be computer do let me remove it because ni mo okay donc ni mo collègue akaduna ya ni masa kunda sitale ay même fon tole amanke tonyati incompetenta mol membe siri nyim pala solto amanke sidulati ima wo qualification no soto ima wo karango soto kadu karango manke university damati karango me wolem ko I karantale ibe siri ndame ya fahamle ya long ya tamar ya long ni mansa kunda ima wo fanan soto the other thing ni mansa kunda to ibuka to nyafo ali ngofu ibuka to nyafo ko mansa kunda men sita akonyo ko nyimbe nga sotole alta si kolbe implementation le tuta isita iko tukutuku yereng ibe sirimbi iko man secondly exhibitol fana me yalon ko mol maje woto nyi mansa kunda musumba katangoleti kasu mansa kunda le nga doko dilale doko ke kabindo ko pareta mo malo men kete because sa imbe ba fala ko nyine keta but zitale exhibitol ye fengol men wafi ye fengol mo maje woto sungol lem katu sungole ka nyinke moye doko dele ya doko pareta ima be diala yala kodo ta ya domo papete ma be diala ali nga nyin jube doron moye doko yeko doko di mola iko ibela korda lola construction nata ika eko doko kenye ako eko mbe charge la 5 million menyim doko be banale fa bankat nga chabo dila ye 5 million ngo diala doko be banta ay chabo dila kabra ay chabo dila yalo ni moye chabo dila fo eta bungol jube fo ya inspect ya jube ite la kordalem de ye chabo dile pari fo eta jube because iba ko fondo ko constructor fondo ta ya dinna dron yete la hajol yeta ta ye bungo be inspect ye dula be jube ina ta je ko nyim fango silingo fango amada da ika muneke ika mura kanne ya fa ko itita fa ko yete la family nate ibu kera dimbal na jafa alna dung ikata inspect le papere yeda fo dimbal ko jam pareta le alna bari ya inspect ko silingo mandada ikata le ya kumande ko teke kamfa fo ba fele ko munati na man silingo lo ni mamba ite chabo de ni mamba ya force fa ya ba so mansa kunati na ya fon tole ko ye Janneh commissioner report o accept iko everything bije for white paper ndel fa gambe no nyin la moy bakade white paper ya bondi that means mansa kunda acknowledge ko report was complete ko report completely femma mankije so wo at here we Janneh commission exonerate because yela doko kele ya bedi manna follow ya Kenya mende bari yela doko kele ya bedi fo man so mo canal nene mo canal confuse ko report on full mol men bota masakunda de mbewol mol men bota masakunda minister lem fo president barolem fo special advisor lem fo MPP la molem fo MPP la MP solem momo ya foye ala foye ko toñante because ntol gambe dingol na men accept wolem ko Janneh commission ya la report of submit baroya to the president to cabinet and ya accept imanda wole natara fa white paper man finti I can see benefit of the doubt di la fanko okay itariata le hawjila but it's a white paper bondi on this report that means ko complete report dol gambe dingol mbalantale Janneh commission ye full report o di tolale dol that a problem to ya di tolale we are holding the government accountable because it tole accept ye white paper bondi inata fon toli so be whole responsible for that. Then Mustafa going to ngata implementation auto because problem obe nata woleto
akuma
ngala min abo moy okay Mustafa maybe you want to say something.
No, anka follow ko akuma tabake pour implementation side of it because ning data fo doko keta fo iko doko pareda bari pour ka implement wo keta kutimia lon ka keta kole akode woto dol ba follow ko jalo singo be do forango kan malon jamale singo be lorim forango kan fo amam fono bari biri wo keta mol ya jago kule mankita kule keta so mol wulda inin gera wulda ko be gera kala and ngamra wo fanan there within their right pour ko okay pour ko nyingne fundi so implementation o ila thoughts on wo day implementation o malam minati na wo be delay kan hansai
because Mustafa problem o keda nyame ko you know comme mbe ya je nyame Janneh commission fanan atata atambitala mandato to ko Gambia be nyamen drong ni place di mola drong man ni ko ka fay ka faratile
ay kala na tambo again yes
ni faratita then Gambia no nim power fo ngo discourse wo honesty because be dunna wo kono le baake because ñin di issues me be nyamen ika faratile ika tale fo ya mira ko tol mu demagog leti demagog wole mu alan dingoti Gambe dingol be wole nya jama nim place o dite camera ko ndengam do farto yatina fo ngaje modol ba fala ko ha ye jamme hetle latina ye nyinke abuka ke woti farto ke sambale ta fo go over the board ikata menke manyana menkela because nde mente skijo fara ni lafta to nyafla mol men sita Janneh commission ndol ka fo wolle mun to la the cream of lawyers kato pata me do okay na foko maybe is a lawyer but honeybee but ika respect gole dila and walatina kabriye nyinta gamenol ma fo nyekek nde malo namanke AFPC mol me ko criminal ole fangole sunyaro benke maje moja ma fang after before janinin janin issues bena with alaji Quran maje moja ma ye criticism ke ila tamande because be ni respect le nga buñadi amilale nga buñadi surahatale because nyilemu the cream of the cream and of course molka foko okay munana yeta dada demo problem soto because these are the people ya londo sotol ya palaso ila plaso lem so wo manke problem oti bari nte meyen sokko nyin loyal bebe sirinje Janneh commission tata afintita la mandato kono mo mamurundino even kabring alaji ya dati ka call race amati nafa yesiku iko dinnungolem nyinti de amanke loyati bari accountant nolem accountant nol meli accountant ndene accountant no katara son kala wadi na office ndanolem accountant finance wadi ni katara son kolla because sometimes il afta nyin kele ko no nyin ita kedo because ko dotije o nyin ita kedo because dada ngaso ni katara son kolla finance ning account ni buka be and momo yelong they are rigid wole muko hani bututo na tambita jang be account tonya ringol fola de tonya accountant nol mbe wala fa sun account no bari tonya account no mel yela doko taya tako yen train ninela integrity bela everything hani dot ni afenkeje isa fa ko amurundije so ning alaji nata ning ko race ndeka nyin jube on a management side ko alaji nata la ko nyin be keri ni be mo manage la anata ay query ke hani la doko dula ika sila la foka ali nga nyin jube bang ya dindi ngole amake loyalty maybe abeta kan damen boma kala place oti bara e kuleje ali nga si nga nyin jube ko tenun te futa la jambi ali nga si nga nyin jube bata me du manyana danna dorong because na ala interview la moy de malon ko be kete bare ala interview ka wala interpret bata me de ka foko kabray aminyol nyini kabray nyi ay mamadi alaji kuram ko mandile ko ha imanyana tala to the president inyanta num defenkala because atambita tele to go but nte na analysis as somebody as a manager niaje staff o botaji atata for the top then mel ala immediate managers ma danko
ha iba action dawa yes
ha frustration ole ka sambaje nyina mun tele experience the moment you as a manager ni monata na staff nata complainta mata ngata aman satisfied akata over in fact the case jama so mi alon ko aman dam fang to management atata le fo workers union to the union and ikatale si you address those issues so ndenga jele ko this situation ndenga je wole nyako alaji came with ala complaint a frustrator imata nyanta tala nyame ayasamba up which is normal. That happens a lot. Alaji is not unique in that. That happened. Now, Bafanang, I knew Samba Nyame was very wrong because Kabring Alaji Nyinke, and yet no EBAC. I don't know whether that happened. To make sure Alaji ka main race, let's look at it. Management ka woleke. Let's look at it. After manke toyatiro, alaji grudge le bala, or alaji kungo jatale, or alaji is difficult. Yes, you take action. But is it a bale fenke de akamem for because malo menke the process. But is it a yafoko you ask am ining amidiamuta ko for alaji na diam no. Surahata for alaji na no. Then nilko inati doko kela kotike. Then you make decision on that. Usually ningo keta staff will sit for nin kari ke doko kela no. Akatarale ye cool be exhaust first. Last year before last, I have a staff. I had difficulties with her. Ningayal sita nga kacha na fangole first sita nga kacha. We find solution nga try pour ka solution nyini nga try but man work. Then nga ta management. But hani bi muka man fenje. Decide ko hani nate doko kenola ala sama department doto. And there are some of the other department, but of course I'm vindicated at some point, but that is what I can work with. So take off because sometimes fanang Gambian to Kataria can more put in management positions me along ima qualified today, but they don't have the management skills. And get put plus and the difficult ake button the back. And Gambian no medifana abuka karang. In position to understand how do you manage people, because this is a management issue that went so wrong and I'm unnecessary because they believe maybe they pick up alaje that early, maybe ibesi Monday told you because hey me finti kan Janneh manyana fintila me ta kan Janneh manyana tala damen, that could have also helped to stop him being bedamen thing, but the woman ke ya bay well ya force pour I resign. On a normal circumstance, Alaji also rejected and by according to the call, it at by. But Ikabri by Yalon, this is Mubanku do call it. Ni mo sitako, even na kodobe domoka, even na kodobe tala, even na kodobe kerede. Abuka danje, funa mari keta mome along. I don't care, I'll just go and meet a doku donina. But Alaji insisted because of his what I menje, according to him, and then plus. A la praxis, a la training. Because ngaje Dr. Conte about explain the role of the accountant. Accountant will the role and Alaji is in right place in doing that. So Alaji is our report. Alaji fit that I call that ala fingira. Bari men tegena fenke and I even wrote. Olemuko I feel ko Ami I ain't disappointed bakele because I believe Ami is not above the law. And I'm so afangwe alone. Ami mantara loi santo. Even though Molba Ami is a luminary, yes, wole mati, but mfanal nyanta nying entitlement nyanta nying bundilang kanni. Gambia dingo nafuta da dulato dorong akamira ko that's it. And then ye fan wara ye entitlement okay kang ni kote ite mo dankula ite mo falela, you know, because nying isu metale this jana ko all Ami needed to do ndenga memira ay na public otako, you know what nyim dia mo metale but ndemu nyine mo na position ti ay tala hajola because Ami owe it ngaje mol ba folo ko ha Ami doesn't owe Gambe anything barole nyanta barole whole account Gambe non ma foko imam baro whole accountable de baro wo atele masi bobeke but hanibi ntol Gambe dingol ko we have to be able to hold public servants accountable until fongole ka foko man sakunda e contrago di even hani private people we have to hold them accountable don't let out. So how come be lafta or reduce la to something ko no Ami doesn't owe us anything. Ami is a private practice. Since when? Want to sign ka cool segregate. Last time, Wodiamu Baketa, what is his name? Abu Bakar Jawara. For the Mantara Kofa, Famanke private person. Gomasa Kuna contrago there. What on ha? Kanala Kofa Bena Kol Tinyaka Nyame, because Alaji just brought a report, Mustafa brought a new report, Mustafa Dabo, and this is also to do with Abu Bakar Jawara. Woto ngana fem fo ngandey nasan ba taman la ñenen because ñanta sila fan nga jube mune mo ami fangola mendi musaba lafta taala jele demanding
akumar yes
ami fanan as a lead counsel because dia mo siatele cool siata andu momo beta fokan momo ba fula ami man mo ofena ami la responsibility as a lead counsel amafinga ami la mandate in Janneh Commission. And I'm so ngalonko lawyers people will add. And I saw a few things that Lamije Dabo. Thank you so much, Lamije Dabo, for what kanaka call clarify. And you may find wara bring struggle. Lafta wole fula Mustafa just a disclaimer here. Ko Lamije Dabo hani struggle kuno. Ninga kumandi akanale. I call clarify mole. Kabinga Lamije Dabo sitting na program to jang. And clarifying thing. Anyanta kala wala nya. Londo ika talale. Mumanya na fang warala anybody ti. Gambia futa statement to sign. He mol karantale de. Before wala na before le nyil beka ke nene ma joti. Before le nyil beka ke kubati. Before le nyil beka ke kode. But sign. Hey, Gambia sol karantale. Buke full no. Hani if an offense somebody will come and tell you no, nyinem. So until be generation of and fo mol be wake up. Kalon ko nyine beken. I mean a mandate as a lead counsel. Wole muko ka counselo yamarndi. Commissioner, sorry. As a legal advisor. Wole mu legal advisor di malo nyadi mandika kamo. Wole mu luala yamarndi nya. Atele nyante yamandi la commissioner. Wole mu amila do ke yamarndi. Legally loi moment ila doko kono amile nying examination on nyimbe atele be nying examination be kala wole muko kisi robe and also hearing malo hearing mandika ngo musafa nyim
lamaro yes lamaro
lamoyro hearing beke wole mu pana ala mandeto amile fana nyanta and wo kuma ta jambake ke guide ke
kasilo tandila
yeah kasilo yitandila in the nying legal process be kono of evidence gathering be evidence wol tala amile nyante guide la wobe fa parta amile nyanta ka safe legal opinion nying ani recommendation amile nyanta ka safe fana the draft the legal opinion and recommendation wobe amile kam and amil fanan anyante also ke makoy enforcement of interim orders atili nyante ke makoy ni be nying order sol fo semmal order ka fanyade order sol enforcement amil nyante so moment yin sifa sembo soto jamale ba fulante ko woman tol o explanation jama ba fulante ko woman gambe dingol o anything na jamale ba fulante ko woman Janneh commission or anything na because private practice afana your responsibility sotole because imu private practice but you don't into public do ko le kon you are accountable. You have a responsibility. For Tonyale, because they manso, Mustafa, she's taking in Yatale as a private praxis. Ngamoy mo ba sa argument because yalo nyim ko nyabe kering morning argument to be le kafo. Private praxis ni la follow wala mo ikama da ko consultant yata wala la. Nin sa understand. But hani mo consultanti. Ye accountability for ye accountability soto. Because public commissioner nying ami doko water in the public commission ami man doko ke private commission public commission me yalon ko ala mandate mu public mandate leti mola to dira ha and then funded by taxpayers to leo fund
Lapans,
yes. Yeah, and then Amandanje Al-Ami was dealing with national assets worth over $60 billion. So Jamali ba falante ko womari man accountable. I cannot believe that. I cannot buy that. So, fire bula nyin kono, fo ya to fo je, because nyi manke private business ti. People la more la business la, because kabri ngaje, mol ba sa fela mbesi di mboso to bita do kola. Gafuko, are these people crazy? This is not private business. This is people's business. People's business. So fo nga nyinin karo ke, fo ami, ye mako roke le pour ka nyin framework be design, pour ka jamela sunyar fengol tablu, I mean sunyar molblu. Fo ami, le legal advice di, pour ye nyin wafi, o atelier edition ke, fo nyinin karo ke. Fo ami, even kabrin kol bita naka wrong, kabrin kol mantar tala nyama, ala jibe wuri la. Fo ami alam fangol lesla on that, because alaji wuri tare. Fo kuge, so fo nga nyimbe jube, because nin kol tata aman time amanya na tala nyame mbe wo right to le pour ka nyinin karo ke fo wonte.
Yes.
Mbe wo sa ko momi ya ko nga responsibility dal. So momentara above the law hani man sakunda e melta consultant an lafta mole nyin long, especially mol menka consultancy ta man sakunda bulu, mol menka do kolta man sakunda bulu, private parties nyo, you are not above scrutiny, you are not above accountability as long as you go into public territory, because that is the taxpayers' money funded by the taxpayers. It's a public space. You are not above them. So Mustafa lafta wole fenkela malum foy be fenkela.
Yes, ha, je kumada bake nde because ne ajibe malong, because this fenkol. Okay, Omar Lum, thanks for your comment. Keba Aliu, thanks for the comment. Comments and contributions, welcome. Momo, any comments or is also and all. We'll go through the comments in over time. But in after Minfoland Day, young day coming cooking in the Gambia. Amusula Kuti Bake, when it comes to Tere Kafo, Banku Doku, anim Banku Kano, anim Tere Kafuya, anim Badia, Mol Gambian Kol Yinkake, Kule de Mia Longo, Ibuka Bondinho to Bake, 4, Ikaila Kunkiling Nafa, Kole Jibe Bam 4, Ibukala Fikalong, or Malafikalong. And then Dobije Palazzo Kadung Modul Kungokonol to the extent that ika farati mulunkele min yalon ko dobije yalon den tolo jamadi yalon no nyina jamadi comme min kala Ismaila Cissé la data America ka for security, you know, can you comme tol ko wala ke Gambia tol dal do wala ya mera ko o fanam bakela no, you know. So nin kumbo nyama pour molka woli e ka fo nyama ko ami Ben Souda mo anin yin cool mang mosro wala mang amang accountable wala amanya na kala wonya nim molta da fo ike mira wonyama nim molta da fo ikaje wonyama wo mo fennete mi yalonko ayanta molbe sura lale, because mo mi yalonko clearly amarta fennala mi yalonko fenku mari mbalo mi yalon banku dingol banko bela fengola woti mo mi marata banko bela fengola hanni adara no inata jele pour itela ka mol saf jiola je o so ngamera nim fe mankita nyanda ke nyinen kala, because he would lamin to wo banko bela famna bije wala yatin. So coming malum fo tere kafu yala binyin kono bang fo ibe parerim fenna la mi yalan ko cover up lombang fo mol, because ni ajibe nde jama Gambian kol modern ton bije min yalan ko wol ikam fo ko elite nyol min yalan ko they are connected. Wal ning ko keta wala ma fola akatariano le private o ko diffuse pare ning kudo lo mi alon ko mo mi alon ko mo wo sembo soto wala sai ne ata mo mi alon ko wol bota basela o dladol to o kudang o gunjur, you know, wol ma wo access sifa so wol ta ba kala nyandel andum wo banko la fengo ndey ndamon siete tije itamon siente tije tol bela kanyanta je
Yes.
But I think akadang within that circle, that's a concern for.
Yes, Mustafa, ntefango ayente concern bakele because kabringa debate oje akata nyaming. I ain't worry back because coming up for before, nim people more kata ka ami exonerate and yo more moiba foloko si se ruminary more man ami face in court more man ko wow. What kind of Gambia are we talking about? I was worried. I was really worried when I heard those words that Ami is a luminary. That is true. I have so much respect for her because I'm a feminist and I like seeing women out there successful, giving most of us the motivation, the inspiration to continue to strive and become better. And Ami is that for many young people. But if Ninga Moy Molba Fula Ko is a luminary, Monenemang Ami face in court, so Alaji should just forget it. Ami is like untouchable. When I see people write that, when I see Gambians writing that, I get worried. I get scared because I know we are not yet ready for change in Gambia. Because if certain people are above the law, if certain people are above everything, if certain people are even above the Gambia itself, if certain people are even above the constitution, then we have a serious work to do.
Akumara. Okay, jang yalo day mi fanang yang sula jang wolonga. Ima mera mini atinda mansa kunda bedering for Ismail season yol ka wule ka mol defend ka cool defend. Yamera what is for cover up like lafta kelaba yamera.
Mustafa yalong in the beginning nga fele komansa kunda wol sungol lemuiti because ngamen for again ito lea foko gambe dingole ko ye report also tole. And this is where nga Janneh Commission ignorant because it's only a report or submitted. President ole ko mole ko anala cabinet ko ye report or tole. Again, me repeat la again. Ye white paper safe. Nima white paper safe fan, I would have put question mark a little bit. Ye white paper safe confirming receiving of report. Nene mamwe Mustafa malo fo ite amoy de. Nene mamwe mansa kunda ya foko report man complete. For the first time mamwe inene amoy.
Honey.
Inene amoy le ko mansa kunda ko Janneh Commission e report o submit de bari ñine mankita je inene amoy le.
Honey.
Exactly. So Mansakunda accepted, which means Janneh Commission yela do ko kile. Ulana I said it ko. I have no problem in Janneh Commission yela do ko ke report bank. It's just the implementation part, which of course Alaji also had lots of problems with it. The implementation has been the problem, but the reporting, investigating, ka call be final kenati. We thank them for that. They did that. Mansakunda natara nung mansakunda la doko ka yanda kala nyaming natara nung bi fem mankita je they would have raised the alarm that time for one day.
Yes.
Then wotumo nyindiamo tenum pareta nyindiamo kono fa tenum binte jang bari ya accepte so mansakunda le mantara tonya fo kan gambe mansakunda e gambe sol cheat itole tapale yake Janneh come say la problem solide, but I'm talking about now Mansakunda me alonko ntol nieto letros. Nko alignin responsibility tabang because mbe alon ya jame sunyaro kele. Mbe alon ay faro kele. Mbe alonko ay tapale kele because ya jame cannot be a billionaire within second. Sungolem sumbaka tamofang. So, ngoy ko look Mansakunda do kare ay nyi kisi because fabrete fang. O time Mansakunda fang ka kodi table. Fentebulu so Gambia no yakarta ko okay nali nying sungol sunyarol beta ya jabe bulu then also wota ya dundi bankoto ay mol makoy so over 60 billion we just started malo adunta dame was serious tale Mustafa itesi even $5 million soto ibita ala korda lola Mustafa yesi yo wota yesi fo e ko fachachi. You won't do that. Because Mansakunda mantola na flota seriously. Amanda na flota ko ala afangota. amana na flota control nga do to lebulu Mansakunda man hani respect cleanness to Gambia dingol to for 60 million weta thing Mansakunda a report to receive a jeko 60 million man kita jele war amam femfo ay white paper safe wakang. They are the worst criminals than anybody. So ndeki tol blame ni momo ba flako ka Janneh commission exonerate nde jelen ke exonerate because yele do ko kele ya submit Mansakunda man femfo among anything nati I bulo ko sile mbe bulo ko si. We were all happy with the report. We were all happy kabring Mansakunda a white paper ke, but because some code that dame wole muko ay dol le dundi ay dol bondi otumo wo sonko le be keri munadna yenyil bondi yenyil tuje wo sonko le be dum keri bari ka foko ferol men dun tay be atalanta temale malo Mansakunda fango malo risitol be munto Mansakunda be we didn't know. So tol man la fi Mansakunda ina aninto le diam. All we want yeliso fintini doron. Yeliso fintini. And honestly, I think it's high time citizens take Mansakunda as samba kitiola.
But why is it taking long? Manana is taking this long. Why does it have to take this long?
Mustafa tapale wole keta. Mansakunda man tara tonya wala tina liso man fenti. Mansakunda man la tara tonya because ni Mansakunda ben tonya Mustafa ifongo yalon ko liso te sinola. How many years? Janneh commission, was it in 2000? When did they submit their report? Was it in 2019? 2019, 20 or 21? For B. Fembuka Fintino. Ali Lisodi Altata. Mustafa, look at how criminal this government is. Criminal. I use the word. They are criminals. Look at how criminal this government is. You must have criminality. You must have muoleti. Ajube kabring wuro keta. Diningol tata, gala tata, ye demonstration okay. Kataba killing Mansakunda ye liso fintindi. Bari Mustafa, wali so fanang ngamo iko Ismail Sise ko manke right list for full less makalalo. The same Mansakunda. May wali so fintindi. In the same Mansakunda, ye minister je fintila obe ufanan dispute la. The same Mansakunda wobina ko te ka ba falan tole ko Janneh commission man do ko ke ye imam full list fintinde. Mustafa, what kind of government? What kind of government are we talking about? What kind of government will put their citizens through such a horrendous situation? What kind of government should treat their citizens like that? What kind of government would behave in such way? What kind of government will have over 60 million in their hands? Access to 60 million for the citizen. They cannot even account for a penny in that. What kind of government is that? What kind of government are we talking about? What kind of government would even get themselves implicated in some of these assets we are talking about? Because it's coming. Ima confirm. They are not saying anything. We are going by what we see. Because Imandiam. So, Mustafa, the government is a criminal government. This government is criminal and they have to go. This government, tapaleya government tolem, tapaleya Mansakundalem, criminal Mansakundalem, and we nyanta talalem. You see, the minute this scandal came in, that was when this whole government should have resigned. Nindula dolem. The minute Ismail Sise came with a new information that contradict the list that is out, that contradict what the justice minister have sent out, that is when this government should have folded their hands and leave the government. If it was another banco, if it is another banco, ni Mansakunda yentol yaple, imeta tulunanale, imeta tulunanale. Mustafa, Gambians are dying. Gambians are dying. Young Gambians are dying because of lack of good hospitals, access to medication, access to health care, even education, access to even food. Gambians are struggling to put a daily meal, whilst million is being played with by this government. Musifa man sakundale mnyinti Mustafa
You think Ismaila Sise I yinkele deliberately bang for is amalong I minki.
Mustafa ninga miracle Ismaila sorry somebody didn't call. Sorry, yeah. Ninga miracle even to think Ismaila yinke deliberately Mustafa mbe kamfalale. Billahi mbe kamfalale. Mbe kamfalale because this is about the life of the Gambian people. This is about Gambian people dying. This is about lack of access to hospitals, lack of access to medication, lack of access to food. Mustafa Antola generational. Nka 3 daily meals to le fonka fenko soto joganal. Malo joganal ika memfo joganal. Sita. Nka joganal soto sita soto le. Sai woman soto. Ika mo Gambian ol ka fo ko dasa mo ka bon bubu sai buka dasa mo ika kontone. Because that's how much je. So if Ismaila Cisse is doing this deliberately, Mustafa, he should resign. He should be fired. He should resign. Gambians should demand that because it's wrong. There is no time anymore for government to play with our lives. There is no time anymore for the government to be careless. There is no time anymore for this government to continue to abuse us. There is no time anymore for this government to be abusing our resources. There is no time anymore for this government to continue to watch us die out of poverty, malnutrition, lack of access to medication, simple medical problems. Just look at what is happening on Facebook. 60 million gone like that. Na dindingol be drogol kono drogol be fakam. Ye na bankota ya turn into a drug center. We are dealing with that. We are dealing with our country being turned into drug center. We are dealing with our young people don't know even what to do. They are getting into all these drugs. We are dealing with our young people turning into criminal because of situations. We are dealing with people not having their daily meals, struggling to turning Gambians into beggars. We are dealing with people not even having enough to take their children to school because they cannot afford it. We are dealing with rampant corruption when the only people that are really having it good, the only people that are only living well, the only people that are successful in Gambia, if you remove the business people, is the government people, the ministers, some of the MPs, yes, the ministers, the MPs, and also people working for government, and of course, some of the MPP big shots, because you have to be part of the system, that is the barrow system, to really be able to buy even rice. When our president don't even know the price of rice, that's serious. That is so serious. When president have how many special advisors, president have how many ministers, and they all lied to him, and he still cannot see it, then he's part of it. He's part of it. Because if you give me wrong information, if you lie to me, this is, you see, Mustafa, I always tell people here, in Norway here, when we have this discussion about inclusion, diversity, I kept on telling the politicians that this is about people's life. This is not just about diversity that is nice to include people. It's nice for us to have diversity in Norway. It's about people like Mustafa. Last week, I was so busy. I organized a conference in Norway, and the conference was on Wednesday. We've been having discussion on diversity and inclusion in Norway, and we've not been moving anywhere. And we've been helping immigrants that are highly qualified to get relevant jobs, and we've been having results in that. I invited opposition, the political parties, all the parties cross-board came. And those are those who are making decisions on immigration, inclusion, and integration. Mustafa, the event was 5 o'clock. They were all here. They sat, and I brought the immigrant community who are highly qualified to sit and ask them questions. We were here till 8. They were seated, answering questions, listening to them because I said they have to. And they came. when we talk about problems in the Gambia and we talk about solutions, it's because we know that it's possible. It's because we live it here. If I, as an immigrant, living in Norway, even though I have Norwegian citizenship, working here, can draw in the politicians, Norwegian politicians, and said, you have to come and listen. And they came in the evening to sit down and listen to the problem. I said, you cannot solve our problems if you don't know it. You cannot talk for us if you don't know us. You cannot make decisions on us if you don't know us. And they came to listen. So who is this government that goes on lying? And they choose media houses, they'll go. Why would the government do a stage of this Mansakunda? It's a stage. Why can't they go, before wasting our resources and our money, why can't they go to one TV station and then it stream from, with all the media house stream it? Why? Why would they waste our resources and money for this Mansakunda? Which is stage? Why are they afraid? What are they afraid of? That they cannot face the people that are paying their salaries. That they cannot face people who are making them what they are today. That they cannot face the people who are making sure they pay their children's school fees privately. They cannot. Who are these people that they cannot face the people who are making sure they feed themselves, live luxurious life, ride all these beautiful cars, wear all these how they call it, gaznia, whatever, I don't know how they call it again, and all these shoots. Who are these people that they cannot face us? Mustafa, as Gambians, we should start asking that question. We should start demanding that these people should face us. They cannot continue hiding. So I think it's criminal, Mustafa. It's just criminal. They are unfair to the Janneh Commission. They are unfair to the Gambian people too, because they are creating more problem for the Janneh Commission and creating problem for us as well. So they are not fair to both of us, even though the Janneh Commission also have their problems because they didn't have the mandate to sell these things, which lawyer Lamin J. Dabo has really continued to emphasize. But then again, the government also are unfair to them. So that's why I'm very disappointed. I mean, they didn't come and clear her name, because it would have made things very clear. You have just come and clear her name. Why would Ami allow the government to put her in this shady situation? Why? She should have come out and clear her name, because this government is a criminal government. They submitted their report. Ba said it. You may agree with him or not, but Ba said they submitted their report. Now, the government, and that is confirmed because Mbe alone ko Mansakunda ye natalo kele baroni the whole report about blue, white paper ketale. So government in fact, they should be arrested. To even say the report was not full, they should be arrested. Charge.
Whoever said that is misleading then, yeah?
From the president down, because the minister represents the president as well. Working for them, they come and represent. The Minister of Information speak on the behalf of the government. So they should be arrested and prosecuted because they lied to the Gambian people. They destroyed the trust we have in them. And that was criminal. 60 million, more than 60 billion. That's not small money. Come on. They should
yeah, Omanke couldn't in the time what are back Mera Janneh an hour into here. The boys all ran away today. The boys all day. The boys like Soldier Ngala Jibero in Tembeng, Aziz Bedauda, and then Kadim Bamba, and then Alaji Baro.
Yes.
The boys ran away and you did it marvelous. So, you know, I'll to title a review on the Janneh Commission. Time that we spent about we get into over an hour here. So your thoughts, ila konoto dia, ila korsiro, and ila observation, and ila conclusion about review the whole situation, because Janneh Commission ila doku okay, submission okay, government ya funding for white people funding, but implementation of mankin on day. This is when the phenomenon miracle. I'm not caring for woman keno and they. This is my concern. Your final thoughts.
Mustafa and of course to Molbe, maybe Juberola, Ngaje, some of them people are commenting as well. And yes, and there are lots of issues people are raising about the Janneh Commission, of course, their mandate. And I just want to just quickly say something that as I followed through also with
okay, before you go on day, someone says on day you are intelligent when you are one-on-one, one at one.
So I'm not intelligent when I'm group. Yes, blame the men. Blame the men
The
that are
boys,
in
yes.
the
I think
boys.
it's the boys
Blame
in
the
that
boys.
group.
They don't allow me to talk. They talk. So and I try to be nice, because if not, I know people say that they for them, they but blame the men. Blame them. They don't allow me to talk. So I just sit down and watch them.
Okay, we'll get this portion and then share it in the group, and then the boys, so that they would know that they is very intelligent. Is an intelligent woman when it's one-on-one. All right, they. Omar Lum, thanks, Omar.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Omar. Thanks for that. Thanks. Yeah. Is the boy. Yeah. But what I just left, I think I mean, for Abarkabake, everybody, Molmen can follow and the comments and everything. And thanks to my boys, the men that are here, and Iman Nabi and Mustafa, as usual, always here and making sure everything happens. And Lamin Saddam, mfamata moila well ke moila time ta bari mfamata audio venkela but barka bake fanam, and everybody men can follow, but lafta cooking just clear la comme la min jeda bokafo, and thanks to him. And honestly, I continue to say thank you to him to always come out to help us understand some of these things, and really his time generously helping us to understand some of these things. Baflaya barka bake, I have found accessible to people, and it doesn't matter at what level, he's always there. And this he has been doing, bring struggle to Lami Jedaba has been like this, Maflaiko in Animbara Bake. And Lafta Kukli Neclara ko, one thing that, as Lami Jedaba always said, the commission don't have the mandate was to sell any properties. He even used any. They cannot sell any properties. They shouldn't distribute or dispose assets. Imanyana more prosecute individually, or of course more follow, but they cannot also act independently from the law. So this is one thing that is very clear that they shouldn't. But menketa Mustafa and lafta men follow molnyante hakitula bake in this issue. Ami worked in a public issue. It's a public thing. And on public wole mo molbe, molbe la fengo. Ami work jele. Commissioner. Yin commissioner mo molbe le tati. And ami edoko ke molbe tale. Kono. I'm just trying to love them do na manigo. Ami mo be tala doko leke. I doko ke mo be la fengo le kono. So then ala mandato mo be la mandato leti. And then na kodo nga jowole la. Hana doyata. Because they muka dispute ika mojo nyamesa, especially people as qualified as Ami, definitely buka wore wala. And then Ami was dealing with also assets mealonko is over 60 billion. Hani Amila farm. Natara she was handling that. Alinga jube drong abe handula nyadile. Natara ninga flip. Saying Amilem Gambiati Ntolem Amiti. It wouldn't be like that. So Ami told Ole to answer questions we are asking. And then Amira, it would have been very nice for Ami. And abe respogo bunya gena la fala. Na fintete don drong explain ko look nte muli consulate de man fen lo nyinto. Ali banyol nyininka. Nte nga nyineke nga recommendation o dile mpareta. Implementation o itollem. Tiamo bang ay tal hajo den ko den be divide lale do ba fa ko no ama be fo but do ba fa ko no bala diamo tale abanta, we will be divided. But there's a lot of people questioning. So this is ma beti, but until left the mem fola doron wole muko mol mem ba fola ko nga bula ka mol ke demagogti, because denga wo karane in this process nga bula ka mol ke demagogti Gambia falinta baake de. And until for a mole million ko ya miracle there on top of things, on top of everybody. Ye hakil to back because Gambia dingol karantale sa back. Mole be challenge nale, mole be question nale, Molwe malondi lale. Because Gambia tambe amanke wo Gambia wo destiny alonko mel karanta ike kontile. Say no. Woman ke so nga bunya di nyola. Nga hormone bunya di nyola. Nga kacha ndol mala banku dingol leti. Mammo hate. Nga songo ka kandile nti dol kante banenne dol en kumandi kolbele yakele fo fonte dingol fango ike neng. O be keta Janneh and dingol ka fo but why puna ne ben nan ko but this is it and say dingol ko kanan tak fenna I don't want you to tag me anything I don't want to even know that muy dingoleti. So these things are happening but alinga ke bunyani horomoto alinga discourse alinga kacha kola banku kolem mbe fakana de man sakunda bentol fakane killing over 60 billion ikoi malo ida mangol ali si ngaju be masaka ida mangol kanale momo nara fansun kumo yo moy muntole ibe say by now they should resign so ndela fa men ko la banku dingole don ali nga mobeje ko Gambia dingole mu mbele kan ndol no we jang wala jandi ade ka fa me yenta loven wala mobele kanta wala be jan no we ya incultivate in ila culture after independence ya beke molzo mobele kan ani keta president al bele kan all at level Janneh fan selende ike jindile pam ike jindile immediately you get that so alinga bunya di Gambia dingo bela hani me yalon ko abisarara no lambe do kono alinga bunya ni horomo dila ni alawi la voice for ni alawi la call for amanjara nendirla i disagree ta inin alaji fine i disagree inin ami fine nga kacha katun lafta mbe nga Gambia le soto so ala barka bake and for next week ala barka bake and ali continue ka nka jubero ke jang nka nyo yamari waxtu wati dol ma belong we just try and Gambia le nyor dol de tara la nyim bankoto watu wati dol fanan lafta Gambia ke ko jang kamalule abarka bake Mustafa abarka thank you so much
in Barabake for and on behalf of the boys the runaway boys Suleiman Jang Bamba Kadi Mas Aziz Bojang Alaji Sedi Baro Burung Ndeye Mulbe Nyajo Vitala Bi Burung Ndeye Mbeten Tulambe Jaila for Sivitinala inshallah in Bada thanks. Right, all on our local civic education program minka so kabana Skype or radio and TV services program yinkana de masu cbd at 1700 UK time 1600 Gambian time makakanya wole fe Mesaro dila Janneh for Sibidnala inshallah for and on behalf of all the civic education team my name is Mustafa Janneh. Good evening. See ya,